Athena! Hi, welcome to another episode of Equine Talks, where this channel is dedicated to everything tentang kuda because every horse matters. So today, kita akan dive deep into the heart of Bali, where we're gonna visit someone very special who's created a very cool place for her horses and other people's horses too. This is a very interesting place where we'll follow the remarkable journey of how someone's love with the rescued horses and rehabbing horses has helped develop a deeper bond with them. And this bond juga penting banget untuk develop a relationship untuk kuda sama orangnya. Ini juga semuanya akan help the horse heal a little bit faster juga. Jadi let's dive in and listen to this inspiring story dengan Joyce dari Kandang Biru. Hi Joyce.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Thank you for letting us come to your beautiful place here today.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, I'm very excited for you to show everyone online what you've done with this amazing place. So I have a couple questions for you.
Sure.
So this is so nice that we're here today because obviously we do these stable tours quite a bit here and there, but not all the time that we go to a place that's really made out with the horse's welfare in mind. So I think that's why it's so special kita kesini hari ini because this Kandang Biru, right, is
Yep.
is something that you made specially just for the horses here and obviously your horses as well. So because this is in Bali, I'd like to ask what made Bali stand out for you and what inspired you to settle down here with you and your horses, especially.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we first came to Bali 6 years ago, and we had no intentions to have horses in Bali.
Yeah.
But during COVID, we were helping some horses that were abandoned at a stable here in Canggu, and I ended up adopting one of those horses named
Wow.
Zena.
Yeah.
And then I just got inspired to. It's limited land here, and so there's a lot of stables that struggle with turnout. And so I thought it would be really nice to create a place for Xena and some other local horses and show what the possibilities could be even on a small plot of land.
Perfect. That's so nice. Was there like a specific moment or experience that like you felt connected to this place specifically in Pantai Nyanyi, or did you all look at other places as well, or?
Yeah, we did. We looked all around Bali, and when we saw this property, we absolutely knew it would be perfect for horses.
Oh.
There's Athena.
Hi, Tina.
And I had the vision when we very first saw it because it's quite large as properties go in Bali, and so we thought this would give us the opportunity to have 2 paddocks and also a covered arena, which was pretty spectacular and very much a dream come true. So
Clearly, it's beautiful.
We felt
this
very
place.
blessed.
So can you tell us about a little bit about your backstory here? So can you tell us a little bit about your first encounter with horses? Like, was there like a particular moment in time where you felt like, oh, you have a deep passion for horses?
In Bali or in life?
Well, in life. Probably before Bali, yeah.
I was born with the horse gene, which many of my friends are as well. So I've loved horses all my life. And so I'm from Oregon in the States, and I have horses there too, and a stable there. And just feel blessed to have them in my life. And there's nothing that I'd rather be doing is being with horses. So I do it as much as I can almost every day.
Yeah, the horse girl energy vibe.
Yeah,
My
they're very
goodness.
special beings. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. So how did your love for Bali and your passion for horses come together? Because obviously this place has it's like a Balinese garden style, and There's obviously the horses. Like, how did you conceptualize this place?
Yeah. Well, Bali and the community and the people that live here are very special. They're very kind, big-hearted. I love the energy in Bali.
Energy, yes.
Yeah, you know, you can feel it when you
Yeah,
come.
it's so
It's very
different.
special.
Yeah.
And all the animals, especially the dogs. And it was a big surprise to me that there's such a horse community in Bali. There's quite a few stables, and instantly I met friends that had horses, and I realized, wow, there are a lot of horses here.
Yeah.
One of the things I found interesting were at some of the other stables, people were importing horses.
Yeah.
And so my friend Allison and I thought, wouldn't it be great to highlight the local horses? And
Yeah.
so that's what we did. We adopted some young horses and wanted to blend and bring them and bring the special energy of Bali with the special horses of Indonesia.
Yeah, that's so perfect. There's not a lot of people here who, I feel like the local horses
Yeah.
are not appreciated as
I
much.
think so
feel.
too. Yeah, we wanted to
So-
show their potential.
Wow.
That they
yeah.
could be as beautiful and as, you know, you can have such a strong bond and partnership. And
Yeah. Wow,
And
that's
now they
amazing.
often ask us, where did you import the horses from? I said, Jakarta.
Yeah, they're actually local horses, so it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Later we'll see you guys like about the horses here. They do not look
Yeah.
like they're from Java or from Indonesia. They look imported, but they're so beautiful.
They're so
Okay,
special.
that's amazing. Yeah. So was building the stable always part of your plan when you obviously moved to Bali, or did it evolve naturally over time, or
Yep,
what was
it
the?
was not in the plan.
Oh, it's
it
not in the
came
plan.
after I ended up adopting Xena
Oh, so it
during
came-
COVID.
so you adopted Zina first.
Yep, adopted Xena, and then I realized that there wasn't really an appropriate place to board her. I wanted her to have turnout, and I wanted to, and
Yeah.
so I like to say she helped birth this place, because if it wasn't for her, I don't know if we would have built it, to be
That
honest.
is true. That's
So
true. Yeah, turnout
she-
is so important.
Yeah, she's a real inspiration, and all the horses. So, yeah.
So, what were some of the challenges you faced when building the stable and creating this really unique space for the horses?
Yeah. Well, if anybody has built any villas or projects in Bali, you know there's challenges. So the building process was a challenge, but the land actually is, it's a little bit steep. It was
Yeah, it is,
deceiving.
yeah.
So we were trying to figure out how can we utilize every aspect of it as much for the horses as possible. So we got creative of having a front paddock, a middle paddock, and then as the levels went down, as you'll see on the tour later, I think we utilized the space well, but there was quite a bit of construction doing the levels for the arenas and for the paddock. And
So, looking at what you've built here, both
Yeah.
the stable and the way you care for the horses, how does it feel to have created something so deeply connected to your passions,
Yeah.
especially your love of horses?
I think the greatest joy is, first and foremost, seeing how happy the horses are.
Yes, how happy the
Um,
horses are.
When I come down in the middle of the day and they're all sleeping together, or they're grazing all of the time and playing, and I can just tell that they're peaceful, they're not stressed, they're calm, and I love that they're in small herd together too.
Yes.
It's very, very important not to have horses isolated. And so that's my biggest joy. And I love when people come to visit, they notice that, even if they're not horse people, they notice the energy, and people really appreciate it. And yeah, I just feel very, very grateful to be a part of something so special.
I know, you're so inspiring.
Aw,
I'm
thank
also
you.
building my own yard, and this place is almost like a little standard, a little gold standard for
Aw,
me. So I'm like,
thank you.
when I tell my boyfriend Peter, oh, when we build our place later,
Yeah.
it's gotta be at least as good as Kandang Biru. You've done so well with it. It's quite.
Thank you.
It's so amazing. What do you think? How important do you think meeting the fundamental freedoms, or like the
Yeah.
basic requirements of horses are? Like, the freedom to move, the freedom to socialize, and forage.
Yep.
How important do you think those three things are?
I think
with your
they're
horses?
the most important thing. They should come first before you consider doing anything with a horse, because if those needs are met, you're going to have the baseline then to have a happy, healthy horse emotionally and physically, then to have a partner.
True.
And if they're happy and they're feeling good, they will want to do things for you. They'll want to be with you. So no matter what your sport is, if you have these foundational things taken care of, you will be amazed at what your horse will do for you.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so true. fundamentals. The,
Yep.
the basic needs for horses are so important, guys.
Yep.
That's something that we always have to remember.
Yep.
All right. Was there a reason why you, almost like rescued, but was there a
Yeah.
reason why you chose the local horses?
Yeah.
Other than getting, even though you could have gotten your own,
Yep.
quarter horse or something from
Exactly.
the U.S. or
Yeah.
something like that. Is there a reason why you went for the local ponies?
Yep. We wanted to get some local ponies to show everybody in Indonesia the beautiful horses that they have here.
Yeah.
And to show that with their needs met and the fundamentals there, that they can be athletic. They can do any sport. They can do jumping. They can do dressage. They can just be casual, hacking out horse. And so, and I think that we're accomplishing that because, yeah, they're thriving.
Yes, they are. They're thriving. Your horses they look really, really good. All the horses here look really, really good. You did tell me a little bit earlier about the therapy that you do with the horses. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how you use them with the horses that are a little bit agitated, angry, or in pain, and how does it help them? Do you mind telling us a little bit more
What's
about
called the Masterson Method, and it's
Yes.
from Jim Masterson. Some of you guys might have heard about it. But I was attracted to that approach because it's a very non-invasive, not manipulative to the actual body. You're working with the subtle energies. And we noticed that some of the horses, my friend Allison's horse Ryan, who's here, and we have Tarzan, they've had careers. They've been jumping. They have, maybe some tension in their body. And so we thought, well, let's help them, relax and relax without tension before we get on.
Yeah.
And so it's a great method that anybody can do. It's really easy. And so we started working with that, and it's online. You can share it with the audience. And then basically the other thing that we really loved about it is you're working under thresholds. So what you do is you're working with the energy bottles and the junctions in the body, but soon as you're observing your horse's reaction, as soon as you see any kind of change in your horse's reaction, whether it's blinking, yawning, you stop. And you let the horse process that. And then they begin to release energy in different ways. It might be a yawn, it might be a stretch, it's amazing to watch. But then we noticed it transferred over into the riding, because usually, you need to warm up and physically do something for them to release tension. But we noticed that they were starting to warm up quicker. They were not as grumpy, maybe not as bitey, maybe not as agitated in just being groomed or being saddled. And so we thought, we're onto something.
Wow,
and it's just gotten better and better. It's a really beautiful tool. And one of the really nice side effects is the trust that you gain, because they know that you're there, and they associate with you, that they feel good when you're around.
Yeah.
So they'll see us now and start licking and chewing and yawning. So it's a good way to build trust and good partnership.
That's very, very interesting that you state that, because obviously here in Indonesia,
Yep.
a lot of horses are very unhappy when they're tacked up,
Yeah.
or they're just really agitated, grumpy,
Yep.
ears back. They're not happy to be ridden. So the
Yeah.
fact that you said that the horses, it's a complete opposite.
It's a
They feel
complete
relaxed
opposite.
when you come
That's right.
near to them. That's so
Yeah.
amazing. So that way they're
Yep.
positively reinforced that when the human comes,
Yes.
it's like a relaxed, calm state of mind.
Yeah, and the whole
thing.
important piece is watching them. So in the beginning, if they are showing you signs of being uncomfortable, you stop. You don't just barrel through it. You listen. They have a voice. All of their body language is telling you something.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yeah.
And these techniques, we can apply them we can do them
Yeah,
on our own. Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
It's so accessible for anybody to use.
And it definitely does strengthen your bond and the
Yes,
connection with the horse.
it's
I
really
think
fun
that's
to do.
So amazing.
Yeah.
So from your experience, if you're able to
Yeah.
get this bond, then you're able to do more things with them. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes, and because
That's
you
right.
trust each other.
Yep. If you're having a spooky moment, or the horse is a little bit nervous, you can stop and just take some time and do some releases, and then start again.
That's so cool. Is this how you also met Allison? We're probably going to meet Allison later in the video, but is
Well, I
that
probably wouldn't have taken on this project if I wouldn't have had Allison. You'll meet her later, but Allison's my best friend in Bali, and we went and got horses, the ponies together, and we ride together. We're here every day, 6 days a week, 7:30 to 11, taking care of the horses.
ultimate
and,
horse girls?
Yeah, horse girls, and we both have different talents, but we're similar in our passion, and it's really fun to do it with a friend and be in this beautiful horse community actually in Bali. There's so many
Wow.
great horse people here.
So inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. So, what's your hope to see from the horse community in Indonesia?
Yeah.
What changes or growth would you like to see,
Yeah.
or would you like to inspire,
Yeah.
more like, to the other young horse lovers out there,
Yeah.
the Indonesian horse lovers?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just want to acknowledge we've been to some shows, and I love the passion that Indonesians, they love their horses
Yeah.
just like we do.
Yeah.
And I love how people want to learn. And so I think what you're doing is inspiring.
Thank
If they
you.
follow what you're doing
Yeah.
and they follow your advice on saddle fitting and turnout and all the beautiful information that you have, they're going to experience another level of companionship and partnership and whatever sport that you may want to do with your horses. So I just hope that they are inspired by you and what you're doing.
Thank you,
And I
yes.
hope that they get inspired by their equine partner and just have fun. But it's beautiful. You have beautiful horses here. You have a beautiful
we
country.
do.
And
We do.
I feel blessed to be a part of it. And it's our goal that someday when we leave Bali, that we've left Bali and all the horses a little bit better.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
Good management, good practices, feeding your horses well.
Yep.
Kuda-kudanya bisa keluar ke paddock, turn out, being relaxed, positive reinforcement. Itu semua penting banget. Kalau
Yeah.
misalnya mau kuda yang bisa perform untuk kalian dan bisa senang banget. Kalau kudanya senang, kudanya akan mau do all kinds of things for you guys. So, okay, Joyce,
Yes.
you're mentioning a little bit about how the grooms have such an important role.
Yeah.
In your horse's health. Can you tell us a
Yes.
little bit about that?
Yes, I would love to.
Yes.
Well, first of all of this would not be possible if it wasn't for the amazing grooms and the team that we have here.
Yeah.
And our philosophy is that everybody on the team, there's no hierarchy. The riders are not above grooms and grooms are not above riders. They are essential to the horse's health and well-being and to us as riders. We couldn't do it without them. And I'm always amazed at the love and the care and the passion and the hard work that they put in to the horses. They notice every little thing, whether it's from something on the hoof or a skin, and they take such wonderful care. And I'm absolutely grateful for from our grooms, Saiful, Adi, and Aji. Maybe you'll meet later.
Yeah.
But we are a team. Everyone is equal, and their opinions and their ideas and their work is highly valued.
Yes. Wow, that's amazing. We don't hear that a lot from other horse owners or things like that. Tapi pentingnya ya di Indonesia nih, kalian harus tahu groom itu penting banget. Tanpa groom kita nggak akan ada kuda yang sehat dan senang. Jadi itu kenapa di sini di kandang biru emang mereka tuh nggak ada hierarki antara rider sama owner sama groom, itu selalu semuanya dengan kuda itu sama. Yang penting kudanya kesejahteraannya yang penting. Kalau kudanya kesejahteraannya nggak ditemui, kita nggak akan dapat kuda yang sehat. Makanya I just said a little bit about what you think, but what you're saying, sorry, but that's why it's so important, guys. Kalau kita di sini dengan kuda, kesehatan mereka itu paling penting dulu sebelum yang lain, gitu. Okay, so cool. Joyce, so what's your daily routine with your horses here on like a normal day-to-day? What would
Thank
you do?
Yeah, we work with the horses 6 days a week,
Okay.
Monday through Saturday.
Yes.
And Sundays the horses have off.
Sundays
And they just hang and be horses.
that's so cute.
And during the week, we come down and we do a variety of things with the horses so they don't get bored. So we're here from 7:30 in the morning till around 11. And some of the times we go to the beach. Some of the times me and my just go on a jalan-jalan around Nani. And sometimes we do arena work. We'll set up obstacle courses for the horses, but we try to give them a varied, different experiences throughout the week. So they're always learning and they're always interested and they're excited, just like us. They don't want to do the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
They want to be inspired. We're their
That's right.
coaches, and we have to be inspirational to them.
That's correct. So yeah, so they don't just go to the arena every day, do
No.
they? And just do flat work. They do all kinds of
All
stuff.
kinds of stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it makes for a well-rounded horse, and then they're excited when you come down.
Yeah, wow. That's really, really cool to hear. Because you always see horses in Java or elsewhere. They just go to the arena, back to the stable, and it's so boring.
Really,
And it does have a difference on their characters as well, doesn't it?
And I understand that maybe not everybody has access to certain things, but you can be creative in the arena as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe you don't even ride. Maybe it's just some groundwork. I do
Yes.
lots of groundwork.
Groundwork is so important.
It's really fun. And sometimes maybe you know, you read your horse and they seem a bit tired or a bit off, you have to listen to that. You don't just get on and you just spend time with them. Maybe they have something else in mind they would rather do. So,
Yeah.
you know, you just keep it varied and you also listen and deal with the horse that you have that day.
Yes, Haru's flexible, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, could we go see your place then?
Absolutely. Come.
Come along, guys. All right, Allison, we're at the yard now, at the stables. Could you talk us a little bit about why you have your stalls rubber matted and a little bit about the design?
Okay. So when Joyce decided to build this stable, it was always going to be a private stable, not a commercial stable, and we always wanted to showcase Indonesian horses. So all the horses are G1, so thoroughbred cross local. And this is Ryan, and Ryan's the biggest of the horses. But so anything bigger than this, maybe these stalls would be a little bit more difficult because we keep them quite low at the back so they can chat to one another.
Yes.
So the stalls are rubber matted, just because if he lies down and gets up again, we don't want him to injure his joints, yeah?
Yeah. And I think you use less shavings as well.
You use a lot less shavings. So, yeah.
I like the concept where the horses can touch noses with each other.
Yeah, we'll go around the other side and we'll show an empty stall for that. So when Joyce designed the stable, it was for a private stable. So the first thing is that the horses can see each other and they have grass in a net all the time. A horse mustn't ever be without food because else they get ulcers. Rubber matting's just fabulous because the shavings would have to be so thick for them to not move away. So when your horse lies down and gets up, especially if it's a bigger horse, the shavings move away and then they knock their joints, especially their hocks.
Yeah, it's always a problem.
Rubber matting's fabulous. It saves you money on shavings and it saves your horse's joints.
Yes.
We use salt blocks and they've obviously always got access to water.
Really, really nice. I like this setup. I really, really love the setup. But yeah, it's such a good example for what the basic things that a horse would need.
This is just your basic needs. If your horse has plenty of good grass, it shouldn't need a lot else.
That's right. All right, Joyce. So this is a very interesting bit of your yard. Can you explain to us a little bit why you made it? You didn't put out the whole rubber matting all the way until here. You did it with the sand, and then you have this area that's covered, especially.
Yeah. So part of the design was wherever the horses are at, they could see each other. If a horse was in the arena, the horses in the stall can see the horse in the arena and also outside. So they have lines of sight, which is really nice for them to keep relaxed. This concept here is, see the gate in the out on the outside there, that can be fully open so the horses can go from the paddock to inside. So if they're hot, they can come in and sleep. And but if they want to go out and graze, so they have freedom of choice.
So it's basically like a little shed in the corner, but it's
exactly. They come down here and they can get water. Most of the time they're out grazing 99% of the time, but yeah, so they have some options.
Oh yeah, horses have, that's really, really good.
Already coming. He's like, where's my apple?
So Joyce and Allison, you have this a beautiful home, Joyce, and I love how you've integrated the paddock with the house. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, you know, horses are a part of the family, and they also bring us so much joy. So we wanted to integrate the paddocks around the house. So anywhere that you are, you're always with them, and they're always with you. And it's just really a special bond, and we feel very, very fortunate. So
yeah, you guys are so lucky. I can't believe that you can just walk in your house and they're right there.
Yeah.
And I think it provides them a little bit more makes them a little bit more desensitized, I think,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
all the different thing that goes on in a house.
Exactly. They're like, there's never people in here. Athena's gonna push Tarzan off to get all these.
Allison, do you want to talk a little bit about the paddock you designed and why it's so important the horses are out during the day?
Yes. This is one of the most important things, and I know it's a challenge if you don't have a lot of land, but this actually, I would say, is the cornerstone of our horses' happiness. The horses are out here grazing every day, 2 times a day.
Wow.
For most of the day. If they're not being ridden, they're out here, and they're only in their stall at night. And as you can see, they're together. They're not by themselves. Sometimes we have 3 horses out here, sometimes 2. We have an upper paddock as well. But just for their well-being, the grazing is just a huge part of their health.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. Do you have your horses also up here?
They change paddocks.
They change paddocks?
Ryan goes with Zena in the top.
That's so cute.
Ryan and Tarzan can go together, but they are 2 boys and they get very, very excited and want to play just a little bit too much. It's
That's so cute. So yeah, they're basically here the whole day, pretty much
Yep.
most of the day.
Yep.
And then at night they go
That's
back.
right.
That's so awesome. So you guys, this is why itu penting banget paddock untuk kuda. Jadi mereka tidak kolik, nggak gampang kolik, sama nggak gampang sariawan atau ulcers di perut. Karena mereka harus ngunyah terus. Jadi itu pentingnya kuda di paddock.
Yay!
Gitu.